side split, with one hand closed around the seam of a torn and bloodied battle cloak, still reaching toward a broken dream. No crown was placed upon his head, no silver words, no final cheer. The war moved on with iron feet, but we could not just leave him there. I took his sword with both my hands, its edge was nicked, its grip was worn, then drove it deep into the earth beside the place his breath was torn. Not his worship of the dead, not his glory for the pain, but as a witness in the dirt that love had not been sword buried beside him, still standing in the clay. We could not bring him back to us, but we could mark the way. Sword buried beside him, pointing upward through the storm. What fell beneath the weight of war will rise in Christ The youngest asked if God had seen, if heaven knew the cost we paid. I showed the blade against the sky and said no tear escapes his name. The wind moved hard across the hill, the clouds were bruised and low with rain, but one gold line broke through above and touched the sword like holy flame. I wanted rage to fill my mouth, I wanted hate to be my guide, but Jesus bled for enemies and mercy stood where anger cried. So I laid my vengeance down, though my hands still shook with grief. The Lord who conquered death itself would guard what we could not keep. Sword buried beside him, still standing in the clay. We could not bring him back to us, but we could mark the way. Sword buried beside him, pointing upward through the storm. What fell beneath the weight of war will rise in Christ reborn. Leave the blade, lift the weak, carry those too hurt to speak. Mark the ground, breathe the name, walk through sorrow, not through shame.